Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. This is my review of the Aston Villa game versus West Ham that was on Tuesday night at 7:45 down at Upton Park. It was a good game, wasn't it, in the end? Poor first half, but we did come away with a win, 2-0. So let's start with a lineup, shall we? We lined up with Adrian in goal. We had Tompkins at right back, Cresswell left back, Reed and Collins filling in at the centre half. We had Coyote, Song and Noble, very strong midfield, Payet, Antonio and Valencia up top on his own. So again, that's a really good lineup. He's sort of trying to stick with the same team. It's going to be very interesting when your Valencias and your Sakos come back in the next couple of weeks. Who's going to be his first team, because everyone's on their toes now and it's looking good. Villa lined up with Bunn in goal, Richards, Akore, Lescott and Sissoko across their back four. They had Bakuna, Guile, Gill, Ayew, Ogbonna and Veritat that made up the rest of the team. So there's no real fears in the team. Like I said, I did pick out Ayew before the game as a danger player. Apart from that, no real threat for me there. And as you'll find out, the real threat disappeared in the end. As many of you that watch the game or see the game, you'll probably know what that is already. 2 minutes in, Antonio had a chance, didn't he? He went really close. But yeah, that was about it for the early stages of the game. I think we got through so easy there. I think the pundits actually said it. We got through so easy there that we thought it was just going to keep happening, and it didn't, you know. And then I think we got a bit bored. We didn't raise our game as much. There weren't enough energy. We looked a bit lethargic, definitely in the first half. But then 17th minute, Ayew decided that he wanted to put his elbow in Cresswell's face, and he got sent off. Blatant red card, changed the game totally. You know, like Villa set up into two banks of four then. And it was come and break us down. Just before that, I think they did have a penalty turned down, which definitely was a penalty. You know, it was a clear round ball. And I'm big biased West Ham fan, but if that was against us, I'd be very gutted if we weren't given a penalty there. Anyway, yeah, so Ayew's gone off. They've switched to like sort of two banks of four, not really bothering about going forward there, sort of just trying to protect the point. And if they've got to go on a break, which they never really got a break, they would have been lucky. 24th minute, Coyote had a turn in the box and had a nice shot. Bit unlucky. 30th minute was probably one of our best chances of the half. Cresswell's burst down the left hand side, because the fullbacks could just bomb forward now, like Tompkins and Cresswell now. They didn't really have to bother with the defending at all, especially in the second half. But yeah, so Cresswell's broke through, he's crossed his ball in, he's flown over to Tompkins, who's released this bombing shot, absolute bombing, and he's hit Valencia in the head and he's put it over. He should have scored really from that chance. 33rd minute, Antonio hit one wide. And then last chance really of the half was that Valencia free kick that he had that actually went really close. It was quite a nice free kick actually, considering he was about, God knows what, 40 odd yards out. Second half, after that poor first half, obviously they've been given a bit of a rollicking in the change room. They come out a lot more energy, looked like they was up for it again. Yeah, Coyote had an header, 48th minute, we started knocking on the door. 49th minute, Collins put one across, headed it back across goal, and then Richards, great defending, did this sort of bicycle kick to clear it off the line. 50th minute, Noble hit that great volley. That would have been a lovely goal if it would have went in. Then we was right on top, like I say, like Payet had a free kick where he sort of near, not too far in front of the corner flag, and then he sort of whipped it in and he's hit a post. Just piling up chances. And then 57th minute, Noble's picked up the ball in the midfield and like Pirlo-esque, Modric, Xavi Alonso, he's done this lovely forward pass. He should do it more often, and I know I'm the first one to slag off Mark, but that's why, because like you can do it, so why don't you do it? Like, be more positive in your passing because you have got it. So yeah, he's pinged this lovely ball in. It's hit and Antonio's read it well. He just boom, lovely, guided the header into the corner. It's 1-0. That's his third of the season as well, I believe, now for Antonio's. And after that, Villa's heads went down after that. You know, all that passion and pride they was putting in their defending. It was like, yeah, we're not going to win it now. So, that, like I say, their heads went down. Coyote, Antonio was a constant threat. Tompkins was playing really well down the wing. Cresswell was playing really good down the left wing as well. Just constant threat, really. We could just park ourselves in their half. A bit like a training session and just try and weird defence, come and break us down. That's how they was playing. 75th minute, Cresswell had a lovely stinging shot. I think it was on his right foot. I think cut it back onto his right foot. That was unlucky as well. 77th minute, nowhere one outside the boot again. Very unlucky. Would have been a great goal. Probably one of the best games I've seen Mark play in about a year and a half. You know, he was really on it, passing lovely. Like I say, first person in the world to slag him off, but I'm the first person to hold my hands up and say when he played well. And I do want to see him play well. You know, I don't want to ever see a West Ham player play badly. I just say he needs to pick his game up, and last night he did. 84th minute. Villa had a rare corner in the match, but literally 15 seconds later Valencia's picked the ball up. So from their corner, Valencia's picked the ball up, he's down the other end, lays off Coyote with a nice finish. It's 2-0 from their corner. They're 2-0 down after 15 seconds of having a corner. 2-0, game over. Lovely finish, you know. 2-0, brilliant. Still sitting in 6. We're looking consistent now. Them sort of games are the sort of games you got to win, even when you play bad, like as bad as we did in the first half. Second half was one of our better performances of the year. We're going to Saturday. Obviously, we play Southampton. That's going to be a tough game, and I bet you Charlie Austin will work his socks off to try and score against us on Saturday because of all the comments from David Sullivan about his needs and all that previously. Let's go for my ratings for the game. Adrian in goal 7, he didn't really have much to do, so he couldn't get much higher than that really. Tompkins, Reid, Collins and Cresswell, the back four, all get an 8. You know, Tompkins was brilliant, bursting down a wing. Cresswell, brilliant, bursting down a wing. Song, I've given a 7.5. He was doing the dirty work, he didn't really have much to do as well. Coyote, 8.5, got his goal. As I say, one of my favourite players of the season. He's brilliant, just so bossy, energetic, just a real driver, and we do miss him when he's not in the team. Nova, I've given a 9. Like I say, started to pass the ball forward, was doing little flicks, had some nice efforts. It was unlucky not to get a goal, we deserved a goal. Pat, I've given 8, passing the ball around nicely. Again, it wasn't his brightest of performances, but he still played very, very well. Valencia, I've given a 7.5, and Antonio, I've given a 8 as well, because he was very, very good. He got his goal, and he's always busy. I'm a big fan, you know. Rough diamond, we've found it. Moses, Jelovic and Obiang, the players that come on, they didn't come on. The first one didn't come on to the 86th minute. So yeah, I've only given them a 5 each because they weren't on the pitch long enough for me. As I say, it was alright, it was a good result. 2-0 is a steady result and it keeps us going. Like, we're a point behind Man United, we're still 6 points behind Tottenham in 4th. But it's there, you know, they could slip up. They've got a few tough games coming up. We've got a few easier games. So it's picking up points when they drop points if they do. But I'll be happy with 6 if we get 6. But it's nice to still be there and believing with 15, 16 games left that we can get that top 4. I'll be back in a couple of days with a preview for the Southampton game. I'll go into more detail about Charlie Austin and some of their danger players because they've got a lot of danger players. Thanks for all the subscribers. Gradually building. We're about 50 away from 1,000 followers on Twitter as well, which is brilliant. Leave some comments, guys. Do you agree? Do you agree with my ratings on the players? Do you agree with my analysis of the game? Keep believing, guys. Come on, you Irons. Let's go.